Hi guys, how are you today? Welcome back to my channel Adventures in America. If you are new to my channel, my name is Jocelyn and I'm a dual citizen of the United States and the Philippines. Before we get started, please like this video and please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. I've been monitoring the travel restrictions in the Philippines and there are a lot of videos that I made regarding the health protocols, the travel ban, the rules regarding entry and exit rules in the Philippines, how to avail of the balikbayan visa, and I also discussed how to be a dual citizen and the benefits of being a dual citizen. After doing several videos regarding the travel restrictions in the Philippines or the travel update, I am going to tell you the top 5 reasons not to travel in the Philippines this 2021. The first reason and the most important reason not to travel in 2021 is that the rules change so quickly. If you are not aware, the Philippines has created a task force. It's Interagency Task Force on the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases, or IATF. This task force is charged with implementing the travel restrictions in the Philippines and the entry of foreigners. I'm going to cite 2 great examples regarding these rules that the government just changed the rules so quickly regarding travel restrictions. One example is that even though the travel ban has been lifted last January, there were a lot of changes that were imposed when the travel ban was implemented last December. There are a lot of countries that were added almost every 3 days or almost weekly. There's always a short notice regarding these changes, and not just the entry requirements, but also for exit requirements or for departure purposes. I could cite different examples of changes that have happened before. Last year in August, foreign spouses of Filipino nationals need to secure an entry visa abroad. And now the Bureau of Immigration clarified that these foreign spouses can travel in the Philippines as long as they have their Filipino spouse with them, and if not, they have to secure a visa. There were also changes that have happened involving the balikbayan visa. It was imposed and then suspended, and then it was implemented again effective February 1st of 2021. Another great example that I could cite is that when the Bureau of Immigration implemented the rule that entry exemption document must be presented, and now after a week or after a few days, this entry exemption document is not anymore needed. The second reason not to travel is that some health protocols can be questionable. The current rule is that you must book a hotel for the first 7 nights because you will be tested on the 6th day. So why is it imposed on the 6th day? Why is the COVID test imposed on the 6th day, not on the 5th, not on the 4th, or the 3rd, or on the 7th, 8th, or 9th? What is the reason behind this?
So I checked out the Philippine Airlines website. In compliance with Philippine regulations, the Interagency Task Force, or the IATF, has revised the arrival and quarantine protocols for passengers arriving in the Philippines. And those who are eligible travelers are required to undergo a facility-based quarantine while waiting for their test administered on day 6. So day 1 starts on the day of the passenger's arrival.
Also, it doesn't matter if you already secured a negative test abroad before even coming to the Philippines, you still have to undergo a swab test. Even if you tested negative 3 days ago when you secured the negative test abroad. Another health protocol, even if you are vaccinated, you will still be required to quarantine. Going to a place other than Manila, the local government unit will still require you to undergo another 14 days.
There's another health protocol. In compliance with Philippine regulations, only 1 person is allowed per room. However, there are exceptions. Families with minor children below 18 years old. So if the traveling family has 2 or more adult members, only one adult can stay with the minor children. Another exception is a person with disability and his or her companion. Only one adult companion is allowed, and travelers with medical emergencies. Okay, so that is understandable for persons who have medical emergencies. However, engaged and married couples need to book their separate rooms, and only in special cases are they allowed to be exempted from the above rule. So, if you're a couple or engaged, you need to book 2 separate rooms.
The third reason not to go in the Philippines is that there are too many forms, there are too many documents to be submitted, and sometimes these documents are confusing to those first time travelers in the Philippines, especially if you haven't gone to the Philippines in such a long time. And if you fail to present this document, you can be denied entry. There are a lot of foreigners who were denied entry in the Philippines because they failed to present documents that are necessary. Or sometimes the rules changed and they needed to present a new document or they needed to secure another visa. The number 4 reason not to travel in the Philippines in 2021 is that it is expensive. It is not worth it. Why? First, you will have to undergo a mandatory swab test holder on your own, and sometimes you will have to present 2 negative tests. So if you secure the negative test abroad, you will still have to undergo another COVID test in the Philippines. You will have to book 7 days of hotel, and also you will have to book another hotel when you go to a different place that requires a 14-day mandatory quarantine. Also, in addition, you will have to pay for your food. And if you are traveling with your spouse, you needed to book a separate room. That's for a couple. So you needed to book 2 separate rooms if you are a couple. Also, if you have a family and you have several adult children going with you, then you needed to secure each room for each adult. So if you have like 2 adults with you, and then you are a couple, that would be like 4 rooms to secure, and then time is like 7 days, so that's like 28 days for the first 7 days, and then you still have to book another set of hotel if you are going to another place. So that's too much expense already for a family, not to mention the plane ticket and your pocket money. So really, is it really worth it to go to the Philippines for a vacation, and you are not even going for a vacation? You're just staying in your house or in your room for the whole time that you're there. You are not going to enjoy it, so just postpone your travel. The 5th reason not to go to the Philippines is that local government units have different requirements. Some of these local government units may require a travel pass or additional documents, and some require you to quarantine for another 14 days. And also, there are different quarantine levels in the Philippines, and these quarantine levels change. Sometimes after 2 weeks or after a month, the quarantine levels change in the Philippines, and the travel restrictions change as well. So you don't have a lot of time to really figure out everything until such time that you are already there and you have to comply, because there's no way for you not to comply because you're already there. I know there are so many reasons not to travel to the Philippines this year. For those of you who have been to the Philippines, please share your travel experience and send your comments below so we are all aware of what's going on. If you have any other questions or comments, please post them down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Again, thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I hope to see you in my next video.